The three terms I'm using to apply to Dr. Martin Luther King's speech are repetition, interactiveness, and figures of speech. First, to define the terms, repetition is the reiteration of the same word, phrase, or sentence. Being interactive allows a speaker to influence their audience with a better connection and receive immediate feedback with the audience's responses. And figures of speech refer to the metaphors and similes Martin Luther King uses in his speech in order to create a more vivid interpretation of his speech to his audience. So first off, Martin Luther King uses repetition when repeating the phrase, "I have a dream." This is obviously a very famous statement, and it clearly states the goals and objectives he has for ending racial injustice in this country. It emphasizes the need for racial equality and evokes an emotion in his audience through the rhythmic cadence of the phrase being repeated over and over again. It creates a power behind the emotion that's being used because with each repetition, he's increasing his volume and the power he's using in his voice to convey all of the arguments that he has. Secondly, he is very interactive with his speech because he keeps eye contact with his audience as he's looking at his speech and at the audience and at the cameras. It kind of connects all of the speaker to his own audience. He evokes a sense of emotion in the audience too as they respond to his statements with clapping and cheering in agreement with his words. He also takes pauses at points in his speech to allow his audience to respond and allow it to be more interactive. This creates a better connection with the speaker and the audience, as I said before, and it makes his speech seem a lot less rehearsed and more conversational, and therefore more personal to his audience. Lastly, he uses metaphors in his speech to connect all his points together at the very end. It allows him to elaborate further on the goals he has for this country, and it adds vivid imagery to his speech for his audience to better understand his argument. In conclusion, I chose these terms because they effectively engage the audience with the speaker and allows for a more persuasive argument. Being interactive and using repetitions and figures of speech enhance the power behind the speech that's being given and evokes a kind of emotion in the audience that engages them further with the speech. The speech Martin Luther King gave gives the audience a sense of empowerment that you can see in their responses as they cheer on to his statements.